Good evening.
So this didn't happen overnight. There were long consultations with the union on behalf of Standard Bank. But was this the least damaging end result that you got? Could it have been worse?
Well, that's a difficult question. So what happened during the consultation process is we made use of an independent facilitator or a mediator to facilitate the process between ourselves and the bank. Now, it's a consultation. We never agreed to anything like this, but we have to engage the employer to see what's the best scenario coming from a situation like this. Now, if there's so many people that are going to go redundant overnight, if their branches close, what are we going to do with those people? You know, we can't just pay them a severance and leave them. What we were fortunate enough this year to do with the bank is motivate an incentive for people to take a voluntary retrenchment, to broaden the base of people that could apply for voluntary retrenchment, and then to make skills available for the bank to fund skills, reskilling, entrepreneurial skills that will enable them to have a second career. Now, digitization and the fourth industrial revolution are going to make certain jobs redundant in the next couple of years. And the concept of a second career is something that we're going to hear more and more and more. So if positions are not going to exist in future, perhaps the best way is to reskill people so that they are employable or can be self-employed as the future unfolds. So in an ideal world, I think if those jobs are lost, it'll be terrifying because the South African economy can't afford those job losses. But
let's talk about, if I can interject there. I mean, this is Standard Bank. So Standard Bank's saying, you know, conclusively, the package may have been better than or the requirements of the Labour Relations Act. So it did exceed the expectations of that. But this goes beyond Standard Bank online preferences of banking clients. Am I right? So are you talking to other banks at the moment? What's the broad situation looking like across the board for banks?
Do you know, we knew that this was going to come.
Yeah.
We've done research internationally. But up until now, we know that there's going to be changes. We know that new jobs are going to be created. But we don't know how many, and we don't know exactly what type of jobs are going to be created. Now, this restructuring at Standard Bank is partly due to the world of work for tomorrow, and it's also partly due to unprofitable branches that the bank wants to close, and about clients and foot flow that has decreased in the branches. So for that reason, 1 in 6 branches are closing. That's significant. What's happening in other branches, I think more and more we're going to see these things. There's rumours going around in Nedbank. ABSA is currently busy with a restructuring exercise, not necessarily related to artificial intelligence and robotics. But we know that this is going to happen, and we need to be on the forefront to make sure that reskilling takes place if the people are going to exit the sector.
So, and obviously that comes with new operating models. And just as you say, one low-hanging fruit would be fitting those people into the new operating models.
Exactly.
Can it work? Does it look like it would yield some positive results?
Well, we hopefully, as I said a little bit earlier, in an ideal world, there will be a number of people that maybe have got 15 or 25 years service in the bank. They've got the confidence, they will have the resources to start their own business. A suggestion we made to the bank was for people to club together, form a syndicate and buy a franchise, as an example, become self-employed. So ideally, imagine there's 1,000 jobs lost in the South African economy, but 500 people take a voluntary severance that's incentivized, start their own business, and each company employs a number of people. You know, I think with large unemployment in the country, small businesses is the way to go to reduce unemployment. And we just wish that there was a lot less red tape surrounding small businesses, you know, for people to start their own companies.
I'm going to leave it there. Eugene Eberson, Assistant General Secretary of the Union SASPO. Thanks very much indeed
Thank you
for coming in.